Don't look at the camera.
Alright, so good morning from Wicker Champaign Island Ranch in beautiful Marshville, North Carolina. Today we've assembled, I've got Spike, and I'm going to run his Obedience Basics reintegration workout. Very first thing I did was tethered him up and applied just a little bit of touch. So with this guy, what I've noticed is perhaps he mistakes a little bit of touch and praise pet for roughhousing and dominance from the handler. So what we've begun to do is kind of soften how we touch the dog. When I have a brotherly or sisterly input that I want to have with the dog, I'm touching his flews, and I'm basically just massaging a little bit till I see the tongue come straight out from under the nose. And then I'm going to shake out the leash and I'm going to get ready for exercise 1. My objective is to be able to move Spike forward, Spike heel, and to create some learning opportunities for him. First of which is when I tap my side, he's to stay with his Spike heel. Good. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move him forward and turn 90 degrees away from him. He's got a few options when we do this. He can basically stop, or he can cross over to the back door. Let's go. But what we're going to do is we're going to stay moving at all times with our fixed buckle combination. And we're going to make basically 8 beautiful little 90-degree turns. And this can be inside the house if we want. The weather's bad. And then we're going to rotate and reward the dog. So he's going to acquire a sit signal. And begin to close my shoulders off a little bit to him when we're at a pause or at rest for his stay. And then I've got to get to his second repetition. We'll start to wobble some praise. You ready? Again, we'll go with the touch. Gonna frame the step. Give him communication on the angle. Good boy. Good job, Spike. Good boy. We've got a distraction on the outside, which is Miss Denali Allen. So we're 90 degrees. Good boy. And if Spike shows variance, and he sees the posture with our camera, and wants to approach, he learns that that's inappropriate. And you'll see that again. Good. As we make our pass. And so again, we're teaching a line off the left side that's parallel left, with a little pace, and then a rotation and reward. Don't worry that the dog will be in set just a little bit, maybe up to about 30 degrees on the inside. He's trying to gain sight access to the signal hand and the pivot foot. So here we go. We're going to tap off, get our third and final so he can remember it forever, on the intersection of don't cross. The intersection of don't cross consists of 90-degree turns, 8 times. Good. Leash and collar combination will be dependent on the dog's acumen to pull. Good, good, good. And we're just going to rotate him in and through. Good job. Let's go. We're also going to pair that with induction and praise. Good boy. That's not a good boy. So as the dog can learn again, not to cross the left toe line, which is exercise 1. I'm going to tap, 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 and then rotate. Good puppy. And then we have him inset off to the left. We're going to reward our dog. We're going to shake out the leash on the release. Spike. Off through. Tells him he can get up off the ground, but not exceed 3 foot. I'm going to do a quick about turn, and we're going to phase right into the second exercise. Spike, this way. Good. Good job. That's my buddy. So we're in an at ease position. All we did is 180 to the right. I shook out the leash, letting the dog know that he's hanging with me. And now we've got to work on the intersection of don't forge. Very first thing I'm going to do is go brotherly sisterly, touch him on the flu. I'm going to step off, and then I'm going to turn that dog with an interior left. And if he crosses that line, I'm going to bump him. Good job. Now that dog knows that he's not supposed to do that at this point. But we're filming and all his buddies that were in his play group are 10 foot behind the camera laughing at it. Good, 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 good. So he's got a test. Good to see if he could get to him. Good job. But you can't because we got the leash and we're working. Good job. This will give us an opportunity to teach the dog not to forge. Good job. Establish pace and plane. Good. Of the heel plane. Good. And then I'm going to begin to point and go 90 degrees with a soft vertical lift. Teaching my dog stand stay and going toward resolution of some problem areas we may have, which is to remain in a calm, cool, collective situation when we touch your body. I touched in 5 points, starting with the withers, finishing with the flews, and in the future I'll count that out for you. Good, good, good. And so again, here we are, we're just working. Let's go. I'm going to swing him wider. Good, vary it a little bit with pace and plane. I do have him on a fixed buckle collar. Good, 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 good. Good job. If he lacks too much, we'd switch back to a different training apparatus. But for now, our guy is super cooperative. We're going to finish in the stand stay, Mr. Spike. I'm going to point forward. I'm going to get him some vertical. And then I'm going to set the hip to let him know he's in a stay. And then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. This is all in its infancy. Good. He'll start looking for the cookie on the 5 count instead of the 3 count. With a little more repetition with mom and dad. Good job. Good boy. So we're going to work our third and final left-hand box heel. We'll move forward. And turn. Good. Directly in front of the dog. Heel. Good boy, Spike. Let's go. Gonna push him up the hill a little. Good. You see he's waiting on me. Conserving his steps. And so economy of motion is what everything's all about around here. Good, 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 good. Good job. That's a good boy. We're going to move into our applications as soon as we nail the finish on the 3rd rep. Ready? I need you to stand and to stay. And I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. At that point, it's a release, all through, a shake, and a reward. Good job, Spike. You ready? Let's go. Ever just wander off? He may have been just telling me that he wants to go see his Uncle Keith. We've assembled. We're going to work our exercise number 3, and the reason why we walk the dog around in squares. We're going to send him forward to any family member with the cue, friend.
Hey, Spike. Hi.
He gets a cookie. He gets some touch.
Oh,
gives us an opportunity to work on our greeting rituals as well as a recall.
Meet you.
So he gets a little love and touch, and then we're going to call him away. Spike, leave it and heel. Good boy. Very social pup. He makes his turn, and then we reward as he comes to rest. Good job. We're going to run 3 or in triplicate to every family member. He licks his chops, says he loves his new work. You ready? Friend? There's my family greeter.
Hey, boy. Oh, good boy.
Love it. So we have no application of body mass on the friend. The dog's not leaning, jumping, play body. So here we go.
He wouldn't even think
Spike, leave it, heel, and we've conditioned. Good boy. Hurry, hurry, hurry. A 1-piece recall where he comes to rest off our left side. And sometimes at home, we'll act like we're fiddling with the collar before we reward the dog, especially if he slow rolls us on the way back. Good job. All right, you ready, friend?
Hey. Yeah.
Good boy.
Good boy. Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you.
I love it. Check for jumping. No
Spike,
way.
Spike, Spike. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
He talks.
Nice. Very nice.
What a good job,
Thank you.
Spike. All right, let's finish strong, brother.
Right answer.
Leave it. Heel. Our 1-piece. Yeah. Good boy. With the about turn and the finish. We're going to release him through. We're going to work on stand stay. A little more at the house, but we definitely got to integrate 1 and 2 and 3 into our daily cycle for 10 days. Let's move to our 4th lesson. Let's go. So Spike and I have assembled. We're going to work our fourth lesson plan. I apply just a little bit of touch, let him know that we're in great shape. He responds by saying, hey, isn't there some air conditioning or a place we can go swimming? I totally understand, Spike. We got 3 reps we got to do. So the first thing I'm going to do is make my movement and my sound with an instruction. Good for him to go over and for him to put his chest on the ground and for him to remain. And so we lick the chops, telling the handler he wants to do it again. We run a set of 3, confirming that we have worked on the impulse of the dog not approaching as we become seated. Very important. We backside signal as we come to rest. We go about 30 seconds. Process looks great. We go back to the dog. We frame out our release tone indicator, our flu, with all through. We shake it out. We get about 5 seconds. Oh man, we're gonna go swimming. It's gonna be awesome. All right, here we go. To the point snap. Again, we're working location downstay, which is gonna help us with the ability to separate. Good, yet still have accountabilities. Gonna signal. Again, the impulse that you've got to worry about and basically reprogram is this action where you become seated. Good, with a signal on the back side. If you do it in this manner, what happens is the dog, if he doesn't have the answer, will at least start to look at his handler. We're going to frame it out with your through. Notice I show a lot of body language on tone 2. Good boy. Love him up. It's getting nice and hot. The pool is ready. All right, Spike, let's do this. We're going to go point snap indicator. Good. We're going to work him in and through his sequence. And so I frame that signal. See where he's trying to get up high? I'm going to tell him no. He won't get the whole gist of exactly what it is. Good. That's our big boy signal. See how he's willing to. Good. Exit the area. Good. That tells us that we need more practice. Enforcement will be shoulder joint and shoulder joint. Communication signal. Good. Our rotation and our backside signal. And he's doing really, really good. Right in front of the camera. I love it. Set of 3. We return to our puppy and we release him. And from this point on, we would just do applications throughout the dog in a single set rep because the dog answered the question correctly on our 3rd rep. Ready? Let's go, Spike. Good job, brother.